everybody. So, in today's video, what I wanted to speak to you about is slash comments. When you use Claude Code, you can create custom agents. And what I do have a rethink model, a rethink agent. So it's like prompts basically. And my rethink agent will reevaluate what the previous changes did to ensure that it was working correctly. So we think agent. I also have another custom agent, which is a debugging agent. And that's similar. The debugging agent will look specifically for any bugs and will troubleshoot errors and problems in your code base. I do have a security check agent that checks for any vulnerabilities, any problems, any flaws you might have in your code base. I also have another agent, which is the Ask agent. You probably know that one. It's a default one on most of the AI-driven editor, AI-driven code editor. And it's very important actually my agent is not really ask, it's more tell me. And actually the name is tell me of my agent, and it says to me what I should know from the code. So tell me in English, in readable and understandable way, what that function does. So it's slightly different from the ask agent you usually would use on Copilot, GitHub Copilot, for instance, or Cursor, but it's slightly more advanced. Then I have another agent that would tell, like it's, in my case, the name is code review, but in a way like someone else. So the prompt, I forgot exactly what I mentioned, but it's like you are another senior software engineer, you look at the code, you don't have context of the code, understand if what it does seems correct for the new changes, or something like that. And that agent the name is code review. You could have a pair programming agent or something similar. And agents on Claude Code, but also you can do it on Codex, OpenAI Codex, are extremely powerful. On Claude Code, you just use a slash command for slash agents, and then it will allow you to create a specific agent. I have done many videos on my YouTube channels about Claude Code and about Cursor and how you can be better as a software engineer using these tools. When I wait my agent to finish, I also plan what I will do next. So usually I would write down what I would do next on a notebook, and I plan my day that way. Okay, now I have done that with my, so far in my day, what should be done next? And I write down this on a notebook, and I write all of the specifications I want for my next project. And then the next day, I look on my notebook and I know, okay, I already did this, this, and this. And that way, I know already where I am at and what it should be done next. Like having a really good vision. Vision is important as a software engineer, especially in the AI era, to know, like with your technical skills, to know exactly where your application needs to be at. Like what's the agent, like what kind of prompt you need still to write to have the wanted outcome. Because a model AI is like a really good junior engineer, and you need to be extremely specific, and you need to know exactly the vision where you want to go to for your app. And maybe it's about scalability. Maybe the app you are building is critical in terms of security, and you have to increase maybe you have to add a 2FA authentication and agent. The AI will not necessarily know this. Maybe you need to also do verification with the phone number. Users cannot have the same phone number. A lot of criteria like that. You can also ask ChatGPT, for instance, to question, oh, what do you think about this? And so it will be like a body. like it will be a helper for you. And actually, speaking about agents, you can also create a helper agent. That's also a good way, a specific custom helper agent. And that way you will go further in the improvement of your code base and in the way where you want to be at for the final version, the first V1 of your application to ship to either it will be maybe a native application, so it will be to the App Store, to the Android, Google Play, or it will be on AWS for the backend. For the front end, maybe you will use Versal or another service similar, a hosting service. Maybe you will host everything on AWS, which is also very good. So this is what I do myself. You see, there are a lot of different ways you can plan. Like in my case, I use Cloudflare. Of course, the AI will not necessarily tell you that, but you can also ask questions. What do you think? I plan to do this. Do you believe it's a good idea? The expected amount of users traffic is XXX. Is it a good idea to use this or that? And that way, with also by including documentations of SDKs and libraries you need to use, it will get better and better for you, for your workflow. But when you wait on the AI to finish its job, like usually on Claude Code or on Codex, it can be a little bit slow. So it's nice to already plan exactly what has been done. You read on your screen, then you write down the things that are now finished, completed, and then you write, okay, now what's next? And in my case, also when I wait for the agent to finish, I lift weight. It's good to do it. I mean, to practice exercises while reading what the Claude Code does, but also to plan the architecture of your application. It's a good idea. There are multiple ways to build software in the new AI era. I was about to say code, but no, you don't really code anymore, but it's really about developing a software, a solution. And the last thing is, instead of checking your phone while you wait for the agent to finish its job, don't do that because you'll be distracted. It's always important to focus on what it does because it will do mistakes and you are the pilot, the AI is the co-pilot, you are the master and the AI is the ones doing the job for you. You outsource, you work to AI, you outsource, but you are the one responsible. If there are problems, if there are issues, you will always be the one responsible for the consequences. So it's important to be aware of this and so to be super vigilant of what it does. And you will see, you will get there. By practicing, you will be better and better at also writing better prompts. And in my case, I wish you a happy AI coding. And tell me in comments what's your approach there and what you do in your case.